Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and this reading is for the Aries out there for October 28th through November 3rd. I just want to say thank you guys for all your likes, your comments, and to all my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. If you would like a one-question email reading from me, I will have all the details in the description box below. And please keep in mind that these are general readings and not everything may resonate. Okay, so let's see what's going on for the Aries out there for October 28th through November 3rd. We have the Hermit here. So I feel like, Aries, you could be wanting to spend more time by yourself. Some of you may be feeling overwhelmed with what's going on in life. Maybe even feel like you lost yourself. And I feel like this week you may seek isolation from everything and everybody to find yourself again. And since it's Scorpio season, I feel like if we've been avoiding things we didn't want to deal with, or trying to convince ourselves that we're okay and we're not, I feel like Scorpio season is really pushing us to realize that it's okay to admit that we're not okay. And maybe that's where you're at, Aries. Like, I'm not okay right now. I feel really overwhelmed. I don't know what's going on. So I need some time for myself to figure out, why do I feel the way that I do? Where is my life going? Are there some people, places, and things that need to be removed from my life? And also with the Hermit, I feel like you're just craving peace. I feel like you just want to enjoy your own company also this week as well. And we have the Ace of Swords. And by you doing that, Aries, you will come to a lot of truths. And with the Ace of Swords, I feel like the Hermit will do you very good. And it be like that sometimes in life. You know, when you really sit alone without this person's opinion and that person's opinion, and you really get to sit with yourself. Because when we go out in the world, we're hit with what we should do, especially if you're on the spiritual path. That could be overwhelming. That could also make you want to go in hermit mode, because you could feel like nobody like gets you. You know, it's like they think like you're crazy or you lost your mind. And maybe at some points you feel like, am I? And then maybe that's why it's like, I'm going in hermit mode, because I need to go within to see how I feel. And with the Ace of Swords here, you're going to come to a major truth that it could be you're right where you need to be. And maybe the people, places, and things in your life are no longer in alignment. That could be another thing where you take the Ace of Swords and start cutting people out your life. And also, cutting people out your life. You could have been going through a lot of conflict. I was saying it could have been a lot of opinions, especially concerning the path you're on. And maybe the people in your life just they don't get it. And maybe it's like, I didn't want to cut them off because they don't get it, you know, because we all move at our own pace. But it's different when people don't allow you to be who you are. Let's say, Aries, like, you don't care if they follow a religion or whatever. Like, you let them do them and live their life. But let's say they come to you and try to convert you, you know what I'm saying? Or cause you to feel bad about what you're doing. And that can cause a lot of conflict over time, because it's one thing. I also relate to this reading, because this is how, like, I've also been feeling. Like, I don't care what everybody else have going on, but then it's like people try to be concerned with what's going on with me and question my decisions. I'm like, I let you go and do whatever you want to do, and that's what you want to do, but then I don't get the same in return, and that could be frustrating. So I had to go into hermit mode and come to the truth. Like, I just outgrown these people, places, and things, and that's just what it is. Like, they cannot respect what I have going on. And maybe that's how you feel as well, Aries. But I'm going to go into the cards here. So let's see why the Hermit is here. We have the Ace of Cups. Three of Rods and the Ten of Rods. So this goes into what I'm saying. With the Ace of Cups, you're really in hermit mode to see what truly makes you happy. Are you holding on to people, places, and things because they're familiar to you? Or do they actually cause emotional happiness? Like, how do you truly feel around these people? And that's one thing on this spiritual journey. It can get very, very sticky because we know everybody wakes up at their own time. But then again, those people can cause a lot of problems because you constantly have to be in defense mode. And how I feel is, I don't feel like constantly having to defend myself. I shouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's not in a life or death type of situation. It's just like the people you're around is like you can't even have fun really because they bringing up, well, why do you do what you do and this and that and that. And it's just like, you know what, I'm going to go into hermit mode and I'm going to find what makes my cup full, not what everybody else's cup. And with the Three of Rods here, you're realizing how much you have grown. And sometimes you got to turn your back. Some people, see this is like the Page of Rods right here, right? You're choosing to continue to leave this Page of Rods behind with some people. Like, you know what? I don't even want a new beginning. I got to keep it moving. I got to go forward. And the next step above this is the Four of Wands. So it's just like this guy is determined. Where he's like, you could see in this picture, it looks like he's in a desert, right? That could be how you feel. You don't know where you're going, but you know that you're right where you need to be. But other people cause you to feel like you're not, and that could be a burden. 10 of Rods, because you are feeling so weighed down by this. Because Aries, like when you love people, you love them hard, and it could be some family or friends or even relationships that you feel like they just don't get you, and you just been holding it in like, okay, well, maybe one day they'll get it, or I know that this path can get lonely, but at the same time it's just like I cannot continue with how things have been. I cannot fully focus on what's going on, and all of these rods right here could be all different people's opinions. So I feel like you're choosing to leave all that behind. So let's see why the Ace of Swords is here. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the King of Rods. And we have Justice. So Aries, you're cutting through the fog that you have been in. Like, this Hermit is really, really good for you. Because you get to see which cup is really there to accept you. Before, like, a lot of times we may feel emotions towards people, or we may have history towards people, but then over time it's like that's the only thing that keeps people together. And I feel like you're realizing that some of these cups may have started out great, but now they're starting to turn into like the snake over here, or this type of whatever this is up here too. And you're starting to realize that it's just causing a bunch of confusion in your life, and that's why you're seeking solitude. And with the King of Rods here, this is the spiritual warrior card. Like, you come out strong after this, Aries. Like, after this hermit mode, you come to your truth. You ready to bring balance with the justice here. And this rod right here, you was at the 3. You was just at the beginning here. It's like that hermit mode was like a jump start again. You know how a car battery dies and then you gotta call somebody to come jump your car? Is like that. Like, you needed this hermit mode to jumpstart you again and realize you right where you need to be. And you are going to have some tough battles ahead of you. But now you recognize that you're not going to let nothing or no one get in your way, because you're here to bring justice. And I'm here to say the universe is on your side to support this decision. So every decision you make after this hermit mode, the universe is going to help you along the way. Like, Aries, that's great. And this is also the big sword here. This is the Ace of Swords. So you coming to this truth, the universe is also going to do what it has to do to help you transition out of these situations. So let's see why the Five of Swords reverses here. We have the Sun. We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Chariot. With what I see here, Aries with the Sun, I feel like this is how you are connecting with yourself with the Sun here. I feel like you're realizing how you have given a lot to people that you cared about. And that caused a lot of pain. Because maybe these people couldn't reciprocate what you was giving them. So I feel like you really have took an evaluation of your life, right? And you're seeing who do you truly have the Sun connection with? Who truly gets you? Who truly causes you to feel like you don't have to be something you're not? And there's other people in your life that you feel like the Sun, right? But at the end of the day, it's the Three of Swords. So it's bittersweet. It's like I do have connections with some family or friends or whoever may be in your life, but at the end of the day, it's causing me pain. So I feel like this is what you're realizing, that with the Six of Wands here, it's still a victory either way. You see it as a victory because you're learning how to put yourself first more often. You know, us as fire signs, we could truly overexert ourselves to go to the ends of earth for people that we care about. But I feel like you're just in a place where you cannot do that anymore because you have exhausted yourself. Ten of Rods here too. And it started to block your visions and what you wanted to do. So after this hermit mode and coming to the truths and making balance into your life and realizing what connections truly fulfill you and letting go of those and making those tough decisions, Three of Swords, but it's still a victory at the end of the day because you know that you're choosing yourself first. So Aries, I hope you guys appreciate this reading and I catch you guys next week.